What is up, guys? Eric here from Racing Ram Fam, and today we're back working on the 2008 Dodge Magnum, aka the baby hauler, on our 3.5 liter rod knocking V6. So today we're actually going to start pulling the engine on this thing. If you saw in my last video, the oil filter was just absolutely caked in metal shavings and it is toasty. And we are going to be taking this motor apart because it probably spun a rod bearing. I'm trying to decide right now if I'm going to pull the motor out from the front or if I'm just going to drop the whole transmission and subframe down. I'm going to decide that right now. So we got all the stuff under the hood. The car is up on the lift, but we got all the stuff under the hood. The wiring harness pulled over. We got the coolant lines off the everything, radiator, the heater core, a bunch of little stuff. And we got a bunch of stuff up top, and the plan is we're gonna wheel, I have this big flat car dolly right under here, and we're gonna take these subframe bolts out and drop the whole motor and trans right on it. So we are gonna have to drop the exhaust, pull the drive shaft, just the rear one, undo the brake calipers, undo the upper ball joint, undo the struts, undo the steering shaft, transmission shifter, and just a bunch of random little stuff. And then we'll wheel that dolly under here, drop subframe bolts, and we'll drop the whole motor and transmission straight down. And that's the plan. Something a little different. I've always wanted to pull a motor this way, so that's why I'm doing it. I've done enough out of the hood. I wanted to try dropping the motor and trans out all at once, especially with that front differential. It's kind of a pain in the butt because the front diff is attached to the oil pan. On this side, it's really dark, I'm sorry, but it's right there, and I just don't want to deal with that. So we're just gonna drop it like this, remove the ABS wire, brake caliper. I think I already said that. So that's the plan, and that's what we're gonna get going to doing. It'd be pretty cool to see all the whole front suspension and the motor and transmission just sitting underneath this car right here.
Perfect.
Alright guys, about 2 or 3 hours later, we got the motor, transmission, transfer case, differential, everything out of it. You can see the 3.7, the neg 1 transmission, the transfer case, drive shaft, front drive shaft, the front differential, front CV axle, front K-frame, other drive shaft, and underneath the whole car. And yeah, we broke one of the motor or K-frame bolts off right here, so we'll have to cut that guy out and put a new nut in there, this one right here, and put a new nut in there. But yeah, not too much work to actually do it this way. I actually think this is way easier than pulling it out through the hood. Like Chrysler wants you to pull it out through the hood, and I think this was actually really simple. Brake calipers, struts, upper ball joints, radiator hose, some power steering lines, transmission lines, drive shaft, rear drive shaft, the neg 1 connector. That's what I missed if you guys saw me laying across the engine bay. I thought I went into the NGC controller. Like, I should have known that because negs have their own transmission controller, so I don't know why I was thinking it went to the NGC controller for the engine. But for some reason I did, so I had to like lay in the engine bay and take it off because my little dolly here was in the way. Coolant lines, steering shaft, and yeah, exhaust, and it comes right out just like that. Yeah, so now we gotta start plucking this motor off of this actual transmission differential assembly, taking this guy apart. So we'll probably wheel this out into my rim pile, but we did get some SRT wheels for the Magnum. My V6 all-wheel drive Magnum with SRT wheels. I'm that guy. No, we got those for a sweet price, so I couldn't pass those up. So that's why we're putting the SRT wheels compared to these stock 18s. I think that will make it look really good, especially with the paint job, body work, and all the upgrades we have planned for it. I think it'll all be really sweet. And I really want, for some reason, to turbo this, but I'm pulling myself away from it. Like, don't do it, Eric, don't do it. But for some reason, I really want to turbo this car, and I don't know why. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked that video of me pulling the motor, transmission, transfer case, differential, all that stuff out of the car itself. Please hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Thank you guys for watching. As always, keep it boosted, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace. In the next video, we will be pulling this motor apart and figuring out what's actually wrong with it. So stay tuned for that, guys. That's coming up very soon.